Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. Peace to everybody out there. I want y'all to hit that like button on your way in the door. We're going to give it a few minutes like we always do. See if any brews make it up in here. It's been a very, very long week, fam. All praises to the Most High God. We made it, though. We're going to give it a few minutes, y'all. We always got to give it at least 10 minutes to see if any brothers and sisters going to make it up in here, because YouTube does not like to send out the notifications. And this is serious stuff we talking about. Everything is serious that we talk about, and particularly stuff like this. I want y'all to hit that like button on your way in the door. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And we gonna just chill out for a second and wait to see if any brews come up in here when we get started. As soon as we get started, I'll read all of the comments in the live chat. Y'all know we read all the comments. As soon as we get started at the 10-minute mark, I'm gonna read all the comments. And then once I start bringing out the scriptures, I'm not gonna read no more comments until we finish. Now, of course, one of the good reasons why we like to go live is so that we can talk in live time. So y'all commenting away, knock yourselves out. Them comments will get read. But once I start reading the scriptures, no more comments. I'm not going to read no more, but y'all can still make them, but we'll read them after. And we're gonna be going into it this evening. I'm going to try not to keep y'all too long. This is a very critical, very serious topic. Hit the like button on your way in the door, fam. Like button on your way in the dizzo. family, we know that these people play with us so much. Most of our people don't even know about the Apocrypha. And the ones that do, they think that it's only a KJV version. There's so many different versions, y'all. There's I think it's the RSV. I can't remember whatever version it is. They put back in the 70 something verses that they took out of Second Esdras. Second Esdras chapter 7 in this Apocrypha right here. Second Esdras chapter 7 has 70 verses. In the other version of the Apocrypha, Second Esdras has like 140 something verses. And it goes deeper into detail about what happens to a man or a woman or a human being the very second you leave this earth. Why am I bringing that up? I'm bringing that up because all kinds of knowledge has been hidden, hasn't been lost, it's been hidden intentionally. All kind of translations, all kind of books, all kind of documents. We are a long ways off from the ways of old and the days of old. And that's what we're trying to get back to. We're trying to get as close as we can to the days of old. I'm gonna read all these comments, y'all, as soon as we get started. We about to get started at like the 10-minute mark, y'all. We're gonna read those comments and then we're gonna start reading the scriptures. And I want to give a disclaimer right before we start reading the scriptures. After I read all y'all comments, I'm gonna give a disclaimer and then I'm gonna go into the scripts. You feel me? We really we in a critical time right now, family. I don't know what that is out there. It's very loud though. Maybe a loud form of sound confirmation. We are in a very critical time though, fam. Excuse that very loud noise, fam. Woo! What a week. What a week. Tavex, Hebrews. Purity and becoming one. How do we become pure? We must turn to the Most High God and Him alone. No other gods. You know what? Good thing I'm not the kind of the guy who makes these videos and I would have to say, oh, well, I can't have that in there. I have to edit that out. I don't edit my videos for the most part. Maybe every now and again if I'm doing something crazy, which usually I'm not. I don't edit my videos. I like to have my videos just the way they are. Raw, unfiltered, unedited. And I want everybody to hit that like button right now because we getting ready to go into these scriptures, y'all. And I want y'all, once this video is over, you definitely don't have to leave a comment right now if you don't want to. But this live stream is a question. And I'm asking that question to every single person who's going to watch this video. Whether you're going to watch it on the live or whether you're going to watch it on the playback. All right. Now I'm going to read these comments up in here. And then I'm going to give my disclaimer before I start going into these scriptures. Hit that like button, Hebrews. Hit that like button on your way in the door, Hebrew, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Listen to me, fam. I'm going to read these comments. We got Earth Healing Angel in here. Earth Healing Angel says Shalom and welcome, family. Earth Healing Angel says, family, thank you so much for your attendance. Could you please help this channel out by liking, sharing, and subscribing? And please hit the notifications bell for updates. Enjoy the session. Shalom to you, Earth Healing Angel, and everybody else out here in YouTubeville, in YouTube land. Good to see y'all, fam, as always. Aviar says, Shalom, Mr. Real Talk and Miss Paka. How is everything today? Welcome and Barakas. Hey, Aviar, I can't complain. I'm just glad that I'm finally out of slavery for today. I can now finally sit back and relax for a little bit because I need some much needed rest, which I am going to get this weekend for sure. Hope all is well with you, Aviar, and everybody else out there. Wherever y'all are, I hope your families are doing good. Hope you all are doing good. Hope you are enjoying your day to the best of your ability. That's what I want for everybody out there. Earth Healing Angel says, at Aviar, brother Mr. Real Talk, Shalom and Barakas. Welcome. Same to you, Earth Healing Angel. Lisa Yashara, and she says, all praises to the Most High only. We get that right there, Lisa Yashara. Only means only. All praises to the Most High and Him only. That is the number one thing, y'all. If somebody can say, hey, what's a few words you can say real quick? You only got a few words. All praises to the Most High only. That's what we about on this channel. And see, that's one thing that we will never disagree on. It's impossible for us to disagree on that. That's what we here for. The Most High and Him alone. All right. Lisa Yasra says all praises to the Most High only. Lisa Yasra says Shalom, Mr. Real Talk. Hey, Lisa Yasra, Shalom to you, fam. Always good to see you. Hope all is well with yous. Earth Healing Angel says, at Lisa Yasra, welcome and Shalom, beloved. Aviar says, Shalom at Lisa Yasra, welcome and Barakas. Lisa Yasra says, Shalom, Aviar. Lisa Yasra says, Shalom, Earth Healing Angel. Earth Healing Angel says, at Lisa Yasra. Lisa Yasra says, I've been thinking about you all today, and I've been so happy. Love you all. And Lisa Yasra, we love you right back. I love all of y'all. I love everybody that's on this channel, whether you comment or not, whether you sit in the shadows, never say a word, but you just listening, watching, okay? Just like all of us are, we learning, being built up, okay? We all are watching, we all are learning, we all are being built up. We all feed off of each other, y'all. You know why? That's the way that this world is set up. It's called vibration. It's called energy, family. Cannot make none of this up. Earth Healing Angel says, Alicia Yasharal, I'm so happy to see you in chat today. And I have been praying for all of the family. Love you more, sis. Alicia Yasharal says, family, could you please hit the like button on your way in to get this channel into the algorithm? Sounds like a plan to me. Appreciate that, Earth Healing Angel. Now, family, this is what I want to tell everybody. Look, this is a critical time right now. Dare I say, more critical than any time that we've been alive. This is what we have to understand. This goes for me. This goes for you, whether you're on the live, whether you're on the playback. Every single one of us. Look, I'll do it better. I'll do it better. Check this out, fam. Listen to this. Hit that like button on your way in the door, fam. Hit that like button on your way in the door. Alright? Now, I'm not about to read no more comments in the live chat until I get finished reading all these scriptures, alright? So y'all can leave as many comments as y'all want. Y'all know we definitely gonna read them. But right now, I'm not gonna read them. I'm gonna focus on reading these scriptures. Listen to this. Because remember I told y'all, right? Remember I told y'all I had to give a disclaimer, right? Listen to this. Hey, Hebrews, hit that like button on your way in the door, Hebrews, so that other brews will know that we in here and they will be able to come in here. Y'all ready, Hebrews? I want y'all to listen to this. First disclaimer. I'm going to give a disclaimer or two before we get started. Listen good. Isaiah 52:8. Thy watchmen shall lift up the voice. Thy watchmen shall lift up the voice. With the voice together shall they sing, for they shall see eye to eye, when Yahweh shall bring again Zion. I'm going to read that one more time, y'all. And then I'm going to tell y'all while I'm reading that. Y'all already know why. Y'all should. But if you don't, we don't take nothing for granted around here. Because none of us are mind readers around here. Not yet anyway. Okay? We can do some amazing things already. Y'all, I can't wait for the Most High to destroy the church for what they did to us. Listen to this. Isaiah 52:8. Thy watchmen shall lift up the voice. With the voice together shall they sing, for they shall see eye to eye. That's why they're going to be singing with the voice so loud together. They're going to be so happy because finally the Most High's people can see eye to eye and agree on everything. Right now, y'all, we are not, I repeat, we are not going to agree on everything. There's going to be tons of things out there that we do not agree on. The one thing that we must agree on, we have to serve the Most High and Him only. Okay? Now understand this. With that being said, everybody over here on this channel is about serving the Most High and Him only, right? But remember this. We are a nation of people coming out of captivity. As a nation, our nation has been completely destroyed, completely decimated, fed nothing but lies. There was one point when I would have thought that everybody on this channel was evil, wicked, and crazy because everybody on this channel was Old Testament only people. There was one point I thought that people who would say stuff like Old Testament only and Yah only, Yahweh only, I was like, yo, those people are lost. I thought everybody who was Old Testament only, I thought they were delusional, out of their minds. The whole time, though, I'm the one that didn't know what was going on. But in my mind, I thought I knew what was going on. You see what I'm saying? If I could see myself, when I was a blood-drinking, body-eating Messianic, and I look at myself today, I would have said that Mr. Real Talk today is crazy, that he's evil, because he doesn't accept Yahweh. But look at me now. I despise Yahweh. Okay? That was one of the biggest things, and it still is the biggest stumbling block to the children of Israel. Okay? Now that's witchcraft, magic on the left-hand side. We're going to talk about it. Why you think most people can't get away from Christianity? Because it's magic on the evil side. I can't make this up. But this is the thing we got to understand. I'm going to read it again because we all need to understand this. This is not my words. This is the way it is. Listen to this. Isaiah 52:8. Thy watchmen shall lift up the voice. With the voice together shall they sing. For they shall see eye to eye when Yahweh shall bring against Zion. You know what that means? We ain't going to see eye to eye. Even though we are all on this channel, we know we don't believe in the New Testament, right? But even though we only believe in the Most High only, there's still a lot of things that we're not going to agree with, right? Y'all heard what Isaiah said. There's nothing that I can do to trump Isaiah. Nothing that you guys and gals can do to trump Isaiah. He said what he said. Not until Yahweh brings against Zion will we all agree, family. Now understand this. When it comes to the children of Israel, and you talk about spiritual power, when you mention anything about spiritual power, let alone magic, don't you dare say the word magic. And family, we gotta remember this, y'all. We've had foots on our necks a little more than 2,000 years severely. All you got was don't read this, don't read that, all power is bad. That's been the teaching for the last a little more than 2,000 years, y'all. And here's what we got to understand. In our awakening, you got to remember, that's why the scripture tells us to consider the days of old. And that's what we're going to do with these scriptures I'm about to read out. In the days of old, our forefathers always had spiritual power. And I'm not going to read every single script because we'll be on here for 9 hours. We're not going to do that tonight. But I am going to give you guys definitely good examples of what I'm talking about because we all need to understand this. We are the children of Israel. That right there, makes you way different from everybody else. You are literally born with a certain amount of power in your blood. This ain't no spooky stuff or nothing like that, okay? But here's what we got to understand. Because we have been in darkness a little more than 2,000 years and we're just now waking up, a lot of the things that we're going to be doing, a lot of the ways that we're going to be going, this road is not roads that have been traveled already, okay? And what we got to do, we got to know how can I say this? Because I'm going to tell you right now, and I knew this way before we started delving off into this. Just like I never thought that I would be an Old Testament only guy, I also, whenever I used to hear people talk about magic, because of what I was taught, as soon as you mention magic, my antennas go up. Oh, it's evil, it's evil, it's evil. Magic is evil. Never, ever, not once in my life considering life is based on dualities. If you saw somebody parting a Red Sea today or an Atlantic Ocean or Pacific Ocean, you're going to call it magic. Most of you are going to call it voodoo. You're going to say whoever's doing it, you're going to say that they're wicked. Now understand this, because the whole world and all the other nations, they've been practicing magic for thousands of years. That's how they've been on top of you all these years, believe it or not. This may sound confusing to somebody out there. I'm trying to make this as least confusing as possible. You've been under the nations for a little more than 2,000 years. Everything that they got runs on magic. What do you think school is? What do you think learning the Pledge of Allegiance is when you're in kindergarten? Going to church every Sunday? Getting baptized? Believing in JC? It's all magic. On the left-hand side, though. Evil. But we're not just going to take my words for it. But here's the thing. Because this is such a delicate topic. This may be, you know what? Ain't no maybe. As up to right now, this is the most delicate topic that we've ever covered on this channel, right? I want to tell everybody out there this right here. Yeah, everybody out there, you're grown men, women, you're going to do what you will, which everybody has the right to. That's why you have your life, to do whatever it seems right in your eyes. But at some point, we all are going to stand before the mighty one of Jacob. Not JC, not no other deity. I said, maybe it was about maybe a year ago, I mentioned it a couple of times, that there is another part of the walk with the Most High, another part of the game, if you will, that it ain't no book for. It's all invisible work. And that right there, it scares the hell out of a lot of our people. Because how you going to learn something that's not in a book? You're going to have to do it in the invisible world. The spiritual side of the game, which our people have been completely shut off from. A little more than 2,000 years, you've only had access to church magic, which is evil and satanic. You know, drinking blood, praying in somebody else's name. And here's the thing that we got to do from here going forward. We already know it ain't no question about it. This is the most polarizing topic as of today that we've covered on this channel. There are going to be some people who are going to say yeah, some people are going to say no. I'm asking everybody who's watching this live stream right now, regardless of what you think, right? Hold back your judgment until we're completely finished with this video. And then at the end of this video, when this video uploads, I want you to come back to the comment section, or you can hang it in the comment section now. Not in the live chat. I want you to put it in the comment section so that when other people come behind you, they will be able to see what you say. Because I'm asking y'all, Is righteous divination or magic in the Bible? Yes or no? I don't want to hear any reasons why this happened, that happened. Yes or no? Is righteous divination in the Bible? Yes or no? And I guess that would have to settle it if it is. And around here, when we say Bible, we're talking Old Testament. We ain't talking no other part. We're talking Old Testament only. This is the Old Testament only channel over here. And this is what we got to do. Because we know they're going to be people that have a hard yes. Yes, we believe in magic in the Old Testament. It's in there. And then we're going to have people who say a hard no. Okay? We understand that. Look, I'm not mad at anybody for anything. I understand that. This is expected. This is the most polarizing topic, period. Most people, of course, they're not even going to, they're either going to run away from it or they're just going to say the same thing church said. Yeah, magic is evil, nothing else to see it. We're gonna go all the way into it as deep as we can. And when it's all over, y'all let me know what your answer is. Here's what we got to do though. Because we know there's going to be some people that say hard yes, we with it. Some people are going to say a hard no, we're not with it. But this is what we got to do. We all have to remember, y'all, Isaiah 52:8 that I just read. Thy watchmen shall lift up thy voice. With the voice together shall they sing. For they shall see eye to eye when Yahweh shall bring again Zion. Until that day, we're never going to agree on everything. But here's what we got to do. Whether people go hard yes or hard no, because that's really the only way to go. Some people are going to be on the fence in the middle. I don't know. Sometimes I think yes, sometimes maybe no. Some people are going to say hard yes. Some people are going to say hard no. Here's the thing. Whether you're a hard yes, hard no on the fence, every one of us have to be mindful and remember that we are the children of Israel and that it doesn't matter if we agree on these things or not. Look, if I was telling y'all to come out here and do something satanic, then we shouldn't even be trying to talk about that. Y'all should be trying to put me down. I mean, if I'm telling you to do something satanic, as well anyone should do. If someone else is telling them to do something like that, I'm saying everybody on this channel know we trying to serve Yahweh and Him only. So when somebody doesn't agree with what we saying about this topic, whether it's this topic or any other topic, but right now we talking about this topic because this is the biggest, it's the blockbuster topic right now. And it's only getting deeper. Every single person on this channel, we got to remember, whether somebody agrees with us or not, whether it's a hard yes or a hard no, we have to be mindful. We can't sound confirmation. We cannot lash out. Look, this goes for me too. Everything I'm saying for y'all goes for myself doubly. Okay? Maybe I should even say triply. Okay? Because I'm the one on here making these videos. Everybody's, y'all looking right at me, looking at my face. I'm talking to y'all. Okay? People feel a certain kind of way about this topic. And especially with me making a video about this topic. Whether I agree with you, whether you agree with me. Because this is just the nature of the beast, right? When you are the children of Israel, we haven't had any structure. We haven't had any protection. We haven't had any spiritual power, any love. We haven't had Jack Diddley D in more than 2,000 years. And we are only now learning how to come together and how to coexist together and work together for a common goal. That's something that we're only learning here now in these end times. None of us grew up knowing how to do that. Not one of us. It takes a nation to learn stuff like that. Believe it or not, it's us who are people who are at ground zero. We're the ones building it. Whether you guys and gals know it or not. So we're not going to agree with everything, but we can disagree all day at a very high level. But we cannot take things personal. None of us. I'm not allowed to take things personal. Look, I'm definitely not allowed to take things personal. If I was the kind of guy who take things personal, y'all, I probably would have shut this channel down ages ago. Ages ago. None of us, y'all, we cannot take things personal. Whether somebody is saying something in agreement with what we're saying about this, or whether they're coming against something that we're saying. We gotta remember, y'all, we talking about magic, y'all. Our whole entire life we've been taught that magic is evil. And little did you guys and gals know, little did any of you know, what people call magic is nothing but deep, 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 deep science that people have no idea what it is and how to understand it. Did you know that? But one thing I do understand, I'm even going to stress this, just like the Christian church say, love, brother, love, sister. When we are talking about topics like this, everybody out there, when you comment to somebody on the live chat or in the comment section, whether they agree with you, well, no, you know what? Because it's not going to be if somebody is agreeing with somebody saying there's going to be no disagreement or friction. It's only when we disagree on things, especially like this, because this is a heavy topic, that there will be a propensity to get upset, to get angry, to take things personal. I'm telling y'all, family, we cannot do that. But what we do have to do, we do have to understand that just about everything that was taught to us was all brought to us in a very, very deceptive manner. And if we want to get back to the days of old, that means going back to all of it. All of it, okay? And from here on out, we already do what the so-called Christians would say. Love, 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 brother. But we got to remember this, y'all. Particularly when we talking about this magic in the Bible, supernatural powers. Those words, they trigger a whole entire nation. Do y'all know half of Israel is literally like you slinging a cleaver down the middle of Israel? Number one, half of Israel does not really truly believe that we can access spiritual power. That's part of it, truth be told. They don't believe in it. And the other half, they believe in it. There may be three parts. The other part, they believe in it, but they like, that was then. That was then. They don't really think that that can happen right now in 2025. And that's because of the church as well. My job is to help decolonize my brothers and sisters and to get all of us to a point where we are learning how to move somewhat like a well-oiled machine. And I'm telling y'all, myself included, right? Remember this, everything I'm telling y'all, it goes for me double, maybe even triple. Because I know, you never know what somebody might come in here and say in the comment section, and we read all comments. So I've had people say all kind of stuff. And sometimes I done got viciously pissed off and flew off the handle. Yeah, I have. But you know what? With this topic that we talking about right here, I'm going to make sure, y'all, that I do my best not to fly off the handle, okay? And also, because I gotta deal with this kind of stuff, or these kind of videos will never get made. Somebody could come in here and say, brother, what you doing? This is wicked, woo, 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 woo. And they could be, in their eyes, they'll say, well, I'm rebuking this brother because he's going off. Now, if I take that personal, which is human nature, if I take that personal, I'll say, I don't like the fact that they're rebuking me. Now, I can raise up and I can get angry, because when you take things personal, that's what you're going to do. You're going to get upset, and then you can either lash out physically or or in the live chat or in the comment section or with a nasty email. People lash out different ways. The point is, I'm going to make it my business, and I want everybody on here to do the same. I am not going to lash out at anybody on here. Look, if you come at me talking about, if we was talking about something else, and I'm about to wrap this disclaimer up and then we're going to get into it. I'm giving this lengthy disclaimer because this topic ain't like no other topic we done talked about before. Do I have to give this disclaimer? Absolutely not. But why do I give this kind of disclaimer? Because I love every single person on this channel. No Hebrew left behind. And I understand the bigger picture. I don't give a damn if you agree with what I'm saying or not. I'm going to treat you a certain kind of way. Now, if you come in here talking that, believe in JC and I got to get baptized and drink blood and all that, I ain't going to lie. I'm probably going to lash the hell out. I'm not even going to lie. I'm going to flip the hell out. I'm not even going to lie. But that ain't what we're doing. What we're doing is something else. This topic that we're talking about right here is so huge and monumental. And I know how sensitive it is. So I'm going to make sure, me, Mr. Real Talk, I'm going to make sure. Because I'm not going to be surprised if somebody comes in here, whether under the comment section or in the live chat, and starts trying to rip me a new one with the scripts, right? Listen to me. I'm not going to take it personal because I understand what the people on this channel are trying to do. On this channel, we're trying to turn back to the Most High and Him alone. But because we've been buried underneath so many lies, if we take 100 Hebrew Israelites and we all say, okay, go turn to the Most High God with all your heart, mind, and soul. You take 100 of us and examine 100 of us, that could look a little bit different for all 100 of us. Y'all see what I'm saying? And that is what we cannot play around with, and we must be mindful of that. That's what real brotherly love is. That's what real sisterly love is. Even though y'all disagreeing, don't take it personal. It's doctrinal differences. But if somebody comes on here and try to hew me down with the scriptures, I'm not going to get mad at them unless they trying to get me to worship another God. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to show them right in the Old Testament, because that's what we go by. I'm going to try to show them in the Old Testament why I'm saying what I'm saying. And then maybe they'll see it, maybe they won't. And if they don't see it, I'm not going to hate them. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to want to argue. I'm not going to argue with anybody. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. But I am here to bring out the truth, though. That is what I'm going to do. And when you're on the front lines bringing out the truth, a lot of the times, you got to bring out things when people don't see it. You might be the only one to see it at the time, but you still got to bring it out. If that's what you're doing, if that's what your job is, even if nobody else see it, you got to bring it out. Even if nobody gonna see it for years and years from now, who knows? But if you see it and you ain't gonna say nothing, shame on you. Shame on you. You're not doing your job because you're in fearful because nobody is backing you. Nobody supports. Nobody believes what I'm saying. I'm going to tell you right now, I really don't care who believes what I'm saying because these are not my words. I'm merely here. Look, I love the Most High God and I love the children of Israel. So that's why I'm here. Y'all are my family. That's why I'm here. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't agree with a lot of stuff I say, right? You still my brother. You still my sister. And I'm still going to deal with you in a certain kind of way. So like I said right now, if somebody feel free. Somebody in the live chat right now might want to flame down on me right now and rebuke me with the scripts. I'm not going to run away. I'm not going to get emotionally frazzled and take it personal. I'm going to see what you bring it out. And then I'm going to say, okay, now, check this out. We cannot scold each other harshly, whether we are yay or nay about this topic matter right here. Y'all do realize this is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back right here. This is the big one. Yet another hurdle. And this, like I said, this is spiritual power, y'all. I said it more than a year ago. There's another side of the game The walk with the Most High, and a book is not involved. It's all invisible. How you think our ancestors dealt with the Most High when there wasn't no book? You see that? We've been cut off from all of that. We don't know nothing about that. And even going to look for that kind of stuff, it scares most of our people. There's a way out there, y'all, and a book ain't got nothing to do with it. Everything is not in a book. Although we got lots of books, and we do need those books. That's the physical part of the game. Even though some of those things in those books are spiritual things for you to do, like keeping the Most High's laws. And look, that's the biggest, but see, I'm not going to say we got so far past that because we don't even like, if you don't want to keep the Most High God's laws, you shouldn't even be on this channel. This channel is not for you. This channel is for people who want to turn to the Most High God and Him alone and do our best to keep His laws. If you're not keeping the Most High's laws, you don't even need to be concerned about none of this. You just a walking you just a walking piece of unlit charcoal waiting to be burned. We assume that people know on this channel, I mean, you got to turn to Yahweh and Him alone and do your very best to keep His commandments. That's what this is all about. That's the number one prerequisite. We won't even be able to get to the stuff that we talking about. That's assuming that you know you got to keep the Most High's laws. I mean, that's like the very first kindergarten, day one. If you don't understand that by now, you got way bigger problems. You shouldn't even be watching this video right now. This definitely is not for you. If you're somebody who don't want to keep the Most High God's laws, you don't need to be watching this. But to everybody out there who serves Yahweh and Him only, there's been something missing amongst the nation, the remnant who serves Yahweh and Him only. And that is spiritual power. Now I'm about to start reading these scripts, right? Remember this, y'all. If anybody has a rebuttal for anything that I'm saying, no problem. Feel free to drop whatever you got to say in the chat, and trust me, we will read it. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to get angry because I'm not going to take it personal. And everybody on this channel, y'all, because look, like I said, whether you're a hard yes or no about this topic, well, obviously the people who stand on the no side, they're going to be against the people on the yes side. Not because they hate you, sound confirmation, not because they hate you, but because we are so dedicated to turning back to the Most High God, and we don't want to mess up. Also, let me say this too before I start reading this. All the other nations been practicing magic, okay? The whole time, for thousands of years. They've stolen a lot of our stuff, and they've corrupted it. When you're doing magic on, I guess, whoever these people's gods is, take the ancient Egyptians, for instance, when they fought against Moses. Whoever their name of their gods was, because they got many gods. They did their rituals and stuff in the name of their gods. Whatever those gods were. And they got answered. They had power on the left-hand side. Remember, the Most High God didn't just want to destroy the physical Egyptians. He wanted to destroy their gods as well. I hope y'all didn't forget that part. This is serious, y'all. All the other nations have been doing magic and stuff. And now a lot of the stuff they stole from the Hebrews, took our stuff, corrupted it, added their stuff into it. And now you got what you would call, they call them spells. All kind of stuff out here, right? Anything you can think of, they got some kind of spell out here. And this is what I'm going to tell y'all. You all are grown men, grown women. You do whatever it is that you do, okay? This is what I'm going to tell y'all. Since we are just waking up, one thing you better be doing. The first thing on your list, you better be keeping the Most High God's laws and Him alone, serving Him, worshiping Him alone. And you better be serious when it comes to keeping the Most High's laws. Secondly, any kind of ritual that you are doing, it better be in the Most High God's name and no other. Also, I would be leery of just any kind of ritual out here because the nations got their rituals too. I would encourage every single brother and sister out there, don't listen to me. Don't believe a word that I say. But what you better do is do your own homework and do your own research. What you better know is there's all kind of rituals out there. A lot of them are satanic. But then you got the other rituals out there that are Hebrew rituals, spiritual rituals. Some people would call them magic, okay? There's a fine line on that line, okay? Remember ancient Egypt. When Uncle Moses was battling out with the Egyptians, it looked identical. It looked identical. When Uncle Moses battled it out with the ancient Egyptians, I'm sure to people who was just standing there, it was like they was probably at a football game or a basketball game. Both sides looked like they was doing the same things. One guy threw down his sticks, turned into snakes. The other guy threw down his stick. They turned into snakes. You see that? It looks identical. Now I'm asking you right now, everybody on this live stream and in the live chat or on the playback, if you would have been standing there at that battle in Egypt, when Moses threw down his stick, the Egyptians threw down theirs, what would you would have said that you was witnessing if you're watching that? How would you know? Look, you know now because you're reading about it, but you wasn't there. I'm saying if you were standing right there watching that go down, Moses threw his stick down, the Egyptians threw theirs down, what would have been going through your mind? What would you would have said? How would you would have known which one of them is good? Which one is evil? Which one is going to win? I mean, they both did the same thing, didn't they? Didn't they both do the same thing? Which one is right? Which one is wrong? Which one is going to win? That's how close it looked. That's how close it looked. Now, right off the bat, I wasn't standing there, so I can only use my imagination to wonder. How did they decide who was right? What were the people thinking? Well, number one, they figured that, hey, Moses' God must be the right one because he won. And number two, whatever kind of ritual Uncle Moses was doing, every single time, you know he did it in the name of the Most High God. You see that? Major difference, y'all. Major difference. I'm saying that because I want y'all to really think about that. If you would have been standing there and you see two people square off, what would you would have said? Two magicians squaring off. One for the evil side, one for the righteous side. Because you definitely would have said, you definitely can't get away from the Egyptians. Those were magicians. And they even say it. But the people who gave us our Bibles, they want you to think a certain kind of way. Look, and if they didn't, they never would have took this out. Okay? We ain't gonna play those games. And now, we about to start reading some scriptures, okay? Anytime this topic comes up, we must. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all, take a roll from the Christian playbook, y'all. Bring out more love and compassion for each other. I don't care what side of the fence you're on. Whether you're saying, yeah, it was magic in the Old Testament, or whether you're saying, no, it wasn't. We must handle each other. Sound confirmation. We gotta double down, even triple down with the love and the compassion for each other on both sides, y'all. Because we're not going to agree with everything, but hopefully both sides of the yes and the no and the people on the fence, hopefully we both can come to more of an understanding of everybody's position. And hopefully everybody will come to see. I don't believe that anybody on this channel is intentfully, as they say in the Hebrew world, going off. But also I know this. If the Most High wants you to go off, you're going to go off. It ain't nothing nobody can do about it. The Most High is the one who gets to decide who gets to go right and who gets to go left. Not me, not you. The Most High is running it all. But one thing we can do our job. We gotta love each other, y'all. And there's a way to disagree with each other. We can respectfully disagree and still understand that we're still on the same team, y'all. We just might not understand each other's point of view. And believe it or not, sometimes we can think that the problem is actually with each other when the problem is actually the oppressor. Sound confirmation. These people have set things up in such a way that Bible that they gave us, they worded it in such a way because they had their hands all over it. They worded it and translated it in such a way to get you to think what they want. Okay? Just like saying stuff like witch doctrine. Now we know witches are wicked. Okay? Like, because every time you see witch, you think about the witch from the Wizard of Oz. But what is really meant by the word witch doctrine? And I don't care what the so-called white man says witch doctrine means. I'm telling you to use your own brain for a second and just think about that. Witch doctor. You know what that is? That's your enemies and your oppressor coming down on you because you know how to heal people without going to the doctor. You know how to take foods and medicines and herbs from the earth, do rituals or just do regular stuff around the house. Like eating and drinking. Stuff out of the earth, herbs and roots. And they'll say, oh, sorcery. Witch doctor. You see that? I've been learning that, thinking about that more and more and more. And look, they demonize that word, oh, witch doctor. Because witch, they know, let's say witch. That way we'll get them right there when we say witch and they'll just run away. But why would it be a doctor? Either it's a witch or a doctor. What the hell you mean witch doctor? That's your oppressor's way of saying, nigga, don't take these herbs, don't take these veggies, don't do no rituals. Take my pills. Take my syringes that I'm going to stick up in you. Instead of going to a witch doctor. Somebody who can heal you with medicines from the earth like the Most High said. They'll demonize it, call it witchcraft. See? I'm here to bring out all that kind of stuff, y'all, because I see it. And once you see it, it's something about this, y'all. Once you see it, you're not going to be able to unsee it. And I know that that is a very scary thing for a lot of our people out there. I understand that. And that's why I'm not upset. And if somebody gets upset at me, trust me, I understand why you're upset at me. But I'm not angry with you for that because I know what it comes from. I'm actually here to help, believe it or not. But that's how evil this place is. You know how to heal colds and sicknesses with ginger, turmeric, all other kind of herbs and stuff. Just like God said in the Apocrypha, he made medicines out of the earth. He who is wise will not abhor them. Since you don't abhor them and you know all kind of stuff to do, all kind of stuff to eat and drink, they say, witch doctor. It's crazy. When the pharmacy is actually witchcraft. But they're going to call a person who wants to do it the way that the Most High said it, with herbs and roots and veggies. They're going to say you a witch. Do y'all see that? You've been demonized since you've been born. And you don't even know that your thoughts, look, even the heathens' thoughts have power. You think your thoughts not supposed to have power? I'm talking physical and spiritual power. Sometimes I get so angry when I think about what the heathens have done to us, y'all. And that's why it's made it so hard for us to learn how to handle each other. Especially when we don't agree with each other. When we don't agree with each other, we have been known, Israelites have been known to become vicious with each other when we don't agree. On this channel, y'all, let's try to be an example for all the people coming behind us, for all the people standing beside us, for everybody who's watching, because there is people watching us and how we conduct ourselves. And if we want to win brothers and sisters, Because look, I want every single one of y'all to have spiritual power. I want all of us to have spiritual power. Do y'all know I've been praying for that for months and months? I've been praying for that for months and months. And the Most High, I'm telling y'all, he does things in his own time when he gets ready to. Even if our people could start to actually, even if we understood science, a lot of stuff we talking about right now would make a lot of sense. But our people don't understand science. People of the world don't, nobody really understands science. But Solomon did. All this stuff we talking about right now, Solomon knew all of this stuff. The Sword of Moses, Solomon knew all about that. The Key of Solomon and all those other books, he knew all about that kind of stuff, y'all. So, with all that being said, from henceforth, y'all, we gotta be the example. Everybody on this channel must be the example, brothers and sisters, because there's gonna be some people who are hard yes, others gonna be a hard no. And then we got the people on the middle of the fence. We all have to handle each other with love and compassion. And remember this, y'all, and this goes for me as well. Y'all might see somebody come on here and see people that come, they'll get more crazier with me than a lot of the times they will with you all in the chat, right? It's very rare that I see people in the chat. I've seen disagreements in the chat, right? That's common. We've seen it before. But to be like just outright ridiculous, I haven't seen that in like a long time in the chat. Nobody over here that's on this channel right now behaves like that. Sound confirmation. But we got to be the poster child, y'all, from here going forward. Because this is a very delicate topic. And we don't want to run anybody off. We want everybody to consider the things that we're talking about because it's right here in the Old Testament. And it's all being revealed. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Listen to this. First, let's just go ahead. Turn with me to the book of Joshua. This is a good spot to start at because you're going to have to consider this. And when I say you, I'm talking to everybody watching this live stream, everybody watching on the playback, wherever you are. You're going to have to ask yourself this question right here. And you're going to have to be honest too. Listen to this. The book of Joshua. Listen good, Hebrew. The book of Joshua, chapter 18 and verse 10. And Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before Yahweh. And there Joshua divided the land unto the children of Israel according to their divisions. Did you guys and gals hear that? Joshua casted lots. Do you know what casting lots is, Hebrew? I want to know, when this video uploads, I want to know, is there anybody out there who knows what casting lots is? Hold up, y'all. Does anybody out there know what casting lots is? You know that's divination, right? What did it say? Hold up. Joshua 18 and 10. And Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before Yahweh and before And there Joshua divided the land unto the children of Israel according to their divisions, casting lots. Hold up. Do you guys and gals see this? Casting lots. What does that say? Ancient Hebrew divination magic? Huh? Hold up. No way, brother. Brother, please, brother. No. Joshua 18:10. What did it say? And Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before Yahweh. Nah, he was doing this in a satanic cult. And Joshua casted lots for them in Shiloh before Yahweh. No, he was doing this at the Catholic Church doing communion on Sunday. And Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh. No, brother. Brother, casting lots is evil, brother. That's magic, brother. Joshua would never do that. And Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before Yahweh. That means he did this in the presence of Yahweh. But I thought magic was all evil though. I thought all magic was evil. Casting lots. Ancient Hebrew divination magic. No, brother. Brother, that's a misprint, brother. It's no way that says that. What does it say? What does this say? Casting lots. Ancient Hebrew divination magic. Are y'all trying to go back to the old ways or not? Not my words. Again, Joshua 18:10. And Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before Yahweh. What did it say? No, brother. No, brother, please. It's no way, brother. I don't believe that, brother. It was just the power of God, brother. Don't say nothing else, brother. What did this say? Joshua 18:10. And Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before Yahweh. What? What? No way, brother. Brother, that's a misprint, brother. Don't read that, brother. I don't like that scripture no more. I used to like that scripture, brother, but not no more, brother. Since you're really shedding light on that, brother. I don't want to hear that, brother. Again, Joshua 18:10. Listen, fam. And Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before Yahweh. And there Joshua divided the land unto the children of Israel. Look, now I know. Didn't I tell y'all? I know that this is a very sensitive topic. Didn't I tell y'all that this is the most sensitive topic that we have encountered thus far? Look at this, y'all. There is no way to escape this, y'all. And I know it's, look, fam, I know it's scary. Sound confirmation, I know it's scary. Okay? I know it's scary. With everything that we've been taught, you've been taught that magic is evil. I mean, of course it's evil. It's magic. It's witchcraft. It's divination. What did Joshua do? And Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before Yahweh. So now, remember, I want you to answer this question at the end of this video. And I want you to put it in the comment section. Not in the live chat. Put it in the comment section. Is there magic in the Old Testament? Is there righteous magic? Because clearly, see, there is no way to run from this, y'all. Now look, I know there's somebody out there saying, brother, I don't agree with that, but you're not disagreeing with me. And even if you were disagreeing with me, I wouldn't be angry with you. But I want you to know you're not disagreeing with me. You are disagreeing with Joshua. Joshua is the one who was doing this. So in order for you, I know you might think you're disagreeing with me, Hebrew. Once again, even if you were, I would not be upset with you. But you're not disagreeing with me. You are disagreeing with Joshua. Because Joshua was doing this. What is this? Casting lots. Ancient Hebrew divination magic. That's what he was doing. And we're going to read it again. Again and again. So you see, am I making this up or is this actually in the Old Testament, y'all? Joshua 18 and 10 again. And Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before Yahweh. And there Joshua divided the land unto the children of Israel according to their divisions. Okay? Now, it's no way that you can say that that's not divination. You can't say it. But check this out. Listen to this. Because I know a lot of people are going to say, this is evil. Once again, is Joshua evil? Because like I said, I know a lot of people are very skittish about this topic, and rightfully so. We don't know anything about it. So how could you not be skittish? You know you've been led astray your whole life. And now we are trying to turn back to the Most High with all our hearts. But we've never went down this road right here that we barking up right now. And for many of our people, this is uncharted territory. For me, it's uncharted territory. Okay? But just like it was uncharted territory for me to come over and be Old Testament only, I follow the Most High God in Him only. I serve Him in Him only. I'm trying my best to keep His commandments. I don't have no reason to be afraid. You know when I should be afraid? I'm talking about me. I should be afraid when I don't want to keep the Most High's commandments and I'm not keeping His commandments. That's when I should be afraid. If you are serving Yahweh and Him only and you're keeping His commandments, what is there for you to be afraid of? The church has done a number on us all, y'all. Like I said, at one point in time, I thought that people who believed in the Old Testament only were insane. And look at me now. I know that I'm not insane. I know that I'm right. Because it is all about the Old Testament only. And at one point, I thought that all magic was evil. Just like I thought that JC was the son of God. I thought all magic was evil. And anybody who even remotely said anything else, I was ready to write them off. But you know what? Now I'm having more understanding. And I understand now. What people call magic is really nothing but deep, 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 deep science that you don't understand. Can't make this up, y'all. So I want to ask you, is Joshua evil? And look at this, because he was casting lots. I went to the world's favorite source for info, Google. Is casting lots witchcraft? Buckle your seatbelts, y'all. I want everybody out there to buckle their seatbelts right now and hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button already. Buckle your seatbelts. We about to read this. Listen to this. Woo. Listen to this. Are you ready, Hebrew? First, I'm going to read this again. Remember, at the end of this video, I want everybody who's on this live or if you watched it on the playback, I want y'all to drop down in the comment section and let me know, is there righteous magic in the Old Testament? I don't want to care what the reasons were. I don't want to hear how it was done. I just want to know, is there righteous magic in the Old Testament? Yes or no? That is a question that I am asking all of the brothers and sisters out there. I anxiously look forward to everybody's answer in the comment section. Not in the live chat. I want to see your answers in the comment section. And then we'll be able to understand, and you know what? We'll be able to have a better understanding of who feels what. And then we'll know how to go forward talking about that from henceforth. I want to know. Number one, is there righteous magic in the Old Testament? And is Joshua wicked? Here it is again. Joshua 18:10. And Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before Yahweh. He did this in the presence of Yahweh. And listen to this. I asked Google, is casting lots witchcraft? Are you ready to hear this? Are you ready to hear this? Google says, casting lots, also known as sortition, can be considered a form of divination, and some religious texts view it as witchcraft. I could drop the mic right now and walk off stage right now. You know that, right? I could drop the mic right now and walk right on out the back door right now. Slam dunk. Game over. Listen to this again. For anybody out there who got any kind of doubts, you think we be making this stuff up, listen to this. Joshua 18:10. And Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before Yahweh. Joshua was doing this in the presence of Yahweh. Come right over here and ask Google, is casting lots witchcraft? Google response, casting lots, also known as sortition, can be considered a form of divination. I thought magic was evil. I thought divination was evil. I thought you shouldn't be doing divination, though. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see why I say these people who've had us in captivity have gotten their hands on our records? They have plundered and pillaged all of our records. They've added to it, taken away from it, and they've manipulated words in there to trigger you, to make you think. Every time you hear magical divination, you get terrified. And rightfully so, because they're planting in your mind evil witchcraft, evil magic. That's what they do. But they never told you that what Joshua was doing can be considered witchcraft. Now look, I know there's somebody out there, your jaw hit the ground when I read that. You know that? Because most people are not going to go into this. Most people are not even concerned with spiritual power. They don't even want none of it at all. I'm not one of them kind of brews. I want every single thing that the Most High made available to the children of Israel. I want it because I'm an Israelite and I want everything that the Most High said I can have. And that kind of stuff is attainable to us right now. See, we've been slipping, y'all. If the Most High God does not change, how can we think that the Most High God don't change? But it ain't none of us out there with no spiritual power at all. Something seems off. Either the Most High God lied. That's the only option. Either he straight up lied and he does change and he ain't giving out spiritual power no more. Either he lied and he changed and he ain't giving out spiritual power no more. Or me and you drop the ball. That's the only option. So which one is it, fam? Either the Most High God changed up on us and he ain't making spiritual power no more, even though he said he don't never change. So that means that he lied. Did he lie? Did the Most High God lie? Or did me and you drop the ball somewhere? Did Uncle Daniel say knowledge would be increased? And yeah, this might be scary knowledge, but it is knowledge. You may have never heard of this kind of stuff before. Well, that's right on par what Uncle Daniel was talking about. Is Joshua evil? I want to know. Please. And did you know, I want to know how many of you out there even knew that casting lots was divination and in some religious circles even considered witchcraft? Huh? Huh? I'm talking to somebody out there. I'm talking to everybody out there. Casting lots, also known as sortition, can be considered a form of divination. And some religious texts view it as witchcraft. The Decretals, for instance, condemn casting lots for making decisions, while other interpretations suggest it's a way to make a decision when no other means are available. According to St. Thomas Aquinas, the Bible mentions both God-approved and negative uses of casting lots. Y'all, what more? I could drop the mic and step off right now. And look, I know somebody out there sees this right now. I know you see it. What did it say? The Bible mentions both God approved and negative uses of casting lots. If I had a mic, I'd drop the mic and step off right now. Now, is there anybody out there, because I know how smart the Hebrews are. We're the most intelligent people on the earth. You want to try to tell me after reading what we done read so far, you don't understand? Are you telling me you don't know that Joshua was doing what you would call magic or witchcraft or divination? I don't care what you call it. Any one of those names are interchangeable. Call it what you want. I really don't care. And I even Google knows this. The Bible mentions both God approved and negative uses of casting lots. You know what they're telling you? That there is good magic and evil magic. God approved magic. Casting lots is divination, witchcraft, and magic. You got God approved magic. And then you got what? Negative uses of casting lots. Y'all, I could drop the mic and step off right now. And I know you see it. I know you see it. But nevertheless, you're still petrified. Even though you see it. But I know for a fact the point has been made. You don't disagree with me. You disagree with Joshua. Okay? And look, I know, even though you hearing me say this and you know it's the truth, I'm reading it to you out of the Old Testament. This is divination. It's magic. There is magic in your face in the Old Testament. And look, now how come some of us can see this, but most of us can't see it? Google sees it. Google said what? The Bible mentions both God approved and negative uses of casting lots. Is there anybody? I want to know, to anybody out there who say no, there's no magic in the Old Testament, what you gonna do with that? What you gonna do with that? I've been telling you. Google is telling you. Some of you out there have already seen this in the scriptures, but because of the way that we've been taught, even though you're reading the truth over and over, you don't want to accept that there's magic, there's divination. Some texts even call it witchcraft. You see that? Do you see that? I want to know how many people out there are not afraid to admit that they see that. Because I know a lot of y'all you scared to admit that you see that. But I know you see it. And you know what? Those of you who are on the fence, I bet you just fell off the fence just now. If you was on the fence, I bet you fell over just now. Do you see this? This is what Joshua was doing. Divination. Casting lots. Ancient Hebrew divination magic. Some texts even call it witchcraft. And they forbade it. You know why? Because you got God-approved casting lots, which is God-approved magic, divination. And you got the evil kind that is not God-approved. The kind that's going to get you put to death. Y'all see that? And I know y'all see that out there. You know what? I feel honored and privileged by the Most High God, because this is groundbreaking information right now, y'all. Believe it or not, someday this is going to come back, and this is going to be worth its weight in gold to all of us who understand this. Even if you were, even if you were Israelite right now, you might not understand this. You might be straight up rejecting this, but you're not rejecting me. And even if you were, I wouldn't get angry at you. But you're just rejecting truth. How many times do we got to read Joshua 18 and 10? How many times do we got to read that he casted lots? The church has destroyed us, Hebrew. Listen to this again. Casting lots, also known as sortition, can be considered a form of divination, and some religious texts view it as witchcraft. You see that? The Decretals, for instance, condemn casting lots for making decisions, while other interpretations suggest it's a way to make a decision when no other means are available. According to St. Thomas Aquinas, the Bible mentions both God-approved and negative uses of casting lots. You see that? Divination either way. You got God-approved divination and God-unapproved divination. You see that? Do you see that? See, there's multifaceted of hurdles we got to jump over when it comes to this magic stuff. It ain't no way around it, right? But I still want y'all answers at the end of this video to go in the comment section, y'all. Is there righteous magic divination in the Old Testament? Straight up, yes or no? I don't want any rationalizations on why this, well, brother, this happened because of that. I don't want to hear none of that. Is there righteous divination or magic in the Old Testament? Yes or no? The Bible mentions both God-approved and negative uses of casting lots. Here's a more detailed look. Arguments for casting lots being witchcraft. Divination. Casting lots is a method of divination. Where an outcome is determined by chance, but believed to reveal the will of a deity or higher power. Do you see that? Casting lots is believed to reveal the will of a deity or higher power. So how do you decide if casting lots is evil or not? Just like I said, going back to the battle in ancient Egypt with Moses and the Egyptian, it's going to be about whose name is these things done in. You see that? The Most High approved rituals and magical happenings are going to be done in his name. The ones that the Most High doesn't approve, or the negative uses, they're going to be done in any other name other than the name of the Most High. Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Sound confirmation. Do y'all see that? Y'all, this is heavy, y'all. And it said it's revealing the will of another deity or higher power. So when you see somebody casting lots like Joshua did in Joshua 18 and 10 before Yahweh, that's how you know it's righteous. He doing it in his name before him. Joshua is a priest of the Most High God. He's a leader, a warrior, doing righteous magic right there in your face. Divination. But I thought divination was evil though. our people get so scared when they hear that word. And look, I'm not knocking you. I used to be you. You hear divination, you run as fast as you can because you've been taught it's evil. Witchcraft, well, casting lots is witchcraft. Yeah, casting lots is witchcraft. Is Joshua wicked? Are witch doctors wicked? You see this? All they got to do is slap witch on front of it. Casting lots is witchcraft. Was Joshua wicked? I'm dying for so bad for somebody to call Joshua wicked. I'm dying so bad for somebody to even think about calling Joshua wicked. And you really don't like the fact, a lot of you really don't like the fact that that's in there. You get angry, but it's in there. Casting lots is witchcraft. So now what? Is there righteous magic in the Old Testament? Yes or no? All of us, Hebrew. I don't care how long we've been in this truth, y'all. There's levels to it. And right now, we're going into a new part of the game, y'all. The invisible part, the spiritual realm. Yeah. Casting lots and other holy divination. God-approved divination. You understand? I know you understand out there. And we ain't stopping either. We are not stopping. Ain't no need to stop. Stop for what? Ain't nothing we doing wicked. Ain't nothing we read wicked. Unless Joshua is wicked. Now, if you believe Joshua is wicked, you shouldn't be on this channel. If you are somebody who thinks that Joshua is evil, you need to unsubscribe to this channel. Religious condemnation. Some religious texts, like the Decretals, explicitly forbid casting lots for making decisions, labeling it as witchcraft and divination. Yeah. I think I brought that point home enough. You get it. Joshua was doing divination, magic. A lot of people even called it witchcraft. You see that? So a lot of the stuff that people are going to be doing, especially from here going forward, we're trying to be like Joshua. Joshua was doing ancient divination, magic, and a lot of people call it witchcraft. So when you see people on this channel doing things like ancient Hebrew divination in the name of the Most High, in the presence of the Most High, a lot of y'all are going to say, you're a witch, warlock, witchcraft, divination, magic. Well, Joshua did. At this point, I really don't care what anybody calls it. It means nothing to me. I care about serving the Most High and Him only. Joshua was doing this. Elijah was doing this. Elisha was doing this. Moses was doing it. He had a magic staff, a magic stick, and he was doing divination with it. Magic. You would call it witchcraft. And we read, you got God approves, and then you got the evil sword. It ain't nowhere to run. Okay? Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Now, check this out. Hey, Hebrew, hit that like button, Hebrew. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Listen to this, man. And check this out. This is just another example. I could have been dropped the mic and walked off already. I could have been dropped the mic and walked off. Another example. Now, a lot of brothers and sisters out there, y'all read the Apocrypha. Y'all know about the Apocrypha. But a lot of people, they don't like to read this part right here. Or they shy away from it. Not today. You're going to go to Tobit. And many of you, you love the Apocrypha. Don't switch up now. Okay? Listen to this, y'all. We have got to stop playing and we got to recognize what kind of world we live in, y'all. This world is nothing like what they told us. Listen. Tobit chapter 6. And as they went on their journey, they came in the evening to the river Tigris. I'm sorry, you know what? Maybe should I start? Hold on. I'm gonna do y'all a solid. I'm gonna read this whole. Nah, cause that's too much right there. I'm gonna get the points that we want right here. Look, Tobit chapter 6. Listen to this. And as they went on their journey, they came in the evening to the river Tigris, and they lodged there. And when the young man went down to wash himself, a fish leaped out of the river and would have devoured him. Then the angel said unto him, take the fish. And the young man laid hold of the fish and drew it to land. To whom the angel said, open the fish and take the heart and the liver and the gall and put them up safely. So the young man did as the angel commanded him. And when they had roasted the fish, they did eat it. Then they both went on their way till they drew near to Ecbatane. Then the young man said to the angel, Brother Azarias, to what use is the heart and the liver and the gall of the fish? Listen, y'all. And he said unto him, touching the heart and the liver, if a devil or an evil spirit trouble any, we must make a smoke thereof before the man or the woman, and the party shall be no more vexed. As for the gall, it is good to anoint a man that have whiteness in his eyes, and he shall be healed. Did y'all hear that? And look, most of you out there, a lot of y'all love the Apocrypha. You like the Apocrypha. What about this part right here? Do you believe this, or do you say, oh no, I don't believe that part of the Apocrypha right there? An angel told him that. And we'll go back at another time and read the backdrop on that. He was walking along with this guy who he thought was just a regular person. He didn't know that this was an angel. This was Raphael. Raphael told him this. Raphael is an archangel. I want to ask y'all, is Raphael evil? Now look, if you only read the books that the oppressor told you you're allowed to read, like the 66 books and that's it, then you have no idea who Raphael is, because Raphael is not in the King James Version. But if you read other books like the Book of Enoch, okay, the Apocrypha, you know about Raphael. Raphael is the one who told this boy this. Is Raphael evil? I'm going to read this again. The angel said to him, take the fish, and the young man laid hold of the fish and drew it to land. To whom the angel said, open the fish and take the heart and the liver and the gall and put them up safely. So the young man did as the angel commanded him. This is an angel telling him. This is one of the archangels of God telling him to do this. This is a ritual. You ain't gonna tell me that this would not be called witchcraft right here. He's taking out the heart, the gall, and the liver of a fish. What in the world is he gonna do with that? You would call it magic. You would call it witchcraft. Just like casting lots. You got God approved, and then you got the evil kind. We just read it, y'all. Come on, Hebrew. Open the fish and take his heart and liver and the gall and put them up safely. So the young man did as the angel commanded him. And when they had roasted the fish, they did eat it. Then they both went on their way till they drew near to Ecbatane. Then the young man said to the angel, Brother Azariah, to what use is the heart and the liver and the gall of the fish? And he said unto him, touching the heart and the liver, if a devil or a spirit trouble any, we must make a smoke thereof before the man or the woman, and the party shall no more be vexed. Y'all, he's telling you if a devil or evil spirit troubling somebody, this is how you get rid of it. Tell me that ain't magic. And an angel is right here telling him how to do this. Or now, is there somebody out there now who's going to suddenly say now, all of a sudden now, you don't believe in the Apocrypha no more? You've been a fan of the Apocrypha this whole time until I just read what I just read right now. Now you're not a fan of the Apocrypha no more. You see that? Y'all? And you think they're going to give you everything that was you supposed to have? You think they put all of your records back in there? This is one little story right here. How many other stories out there? How many other rituals and ceremonies out there? I don't care what nobody say. This is what you would call witchcraft right here. Cutting out the heart, the liver, and the gall of a fish, and using that to make a smoke before an evil spirit who's troubling somebody. Y'all, if you saw somebody doing that outside on the movie, you would say that they're satanic. That's what you would say. If you saw somebody casting lots, you would say that they're satanic. Even though Joshua was casting lots. You still ain't nobody gonna dare call Joshua wicked. Casting lots is divination magic, and in some texts even referred to as witchcraft. And what we just read right here about this angel telling this brother to take out the heart, the gall, and the liver of a fish, and whenever somebody is troubled by a devil or an evil spirit, make a smoke before them and they won't be vexed no more. What does that sound like to you? Or are you ready to all of a sudden now you want to toss out the Apocrypha now? See, the Most High God made sure stuff like this would get left behind so that we would inquire. How many more stories are out there just like that they held back? Huh? You think they gave it all back? Huh? I'm talking to somebody out there. Hell no, they didn't give it all back. And that's why the more and more this stuff comes out, I know it can be an initial knee-jerk reaction. I'm here for the long run, fam. Most High willing. It's like the Most High didn't give up on me. I ain't giving up on none of the brothers and sisters. And if y'all don't see it, okay, you don't see it. I'm not going to try to rip your head off. I'm going to pray to the Most High God that you do see it. I want everybody to see it so that we can start tapping in and start using the power that belongs to us. The Most High God got angels that are waiting and set up just to do stuff like that and to communicate with us. That's what they're here for, y'all. And there's all kind of books. There's all kind of information out there in books, y'all. They're going to say stuff like witchcraft and all that kind of stuff, sorcery. And they know that those words are going to trigger you, even though Joshua was doing divination and magic. And a lot of people even call casting lots witchcraft. Is Joshua evil? Nobody out there has testicular fortitude to call Joshua evil. But they will call me evil for trying to do the same thing. And they'll call you evil for trying to do the same thing as well. Listen, y'all. And I'm going to let y'all go after this. Let's turn to Tobit, chapter 8. Look, y'all. Tobit chapter 8. I'm going to start at verse 1. Hit that like button, Hebrew. And when they had supped, they brought Tobias in unto her. And Tobias is supposed to be getting married to Sarah. If anybody who doesn't know about the book of Tobias, there is a demon. I want to say his name is Amadeus. Every time Sarah is getting ready to marry, Amadeus kills her husband. This demon, Amadeus, was in love with Sarah in the book of Tobit, okay? And if you know, see, if you read the regular Bible, King James Version, a lot of stuff you're not going to be up on. The book of Enoch lets you know, it goes into great detail. Those watchers came down and they went into women. They had sex with women. There were spiritual beings who wanted to have sex with physical women. Yes, they were. So there should be no surprise that there would be a demon out there that wanted to have sex with a woman. And there was. Amadeus, or whatever his name was in love with Sarah. Killed 7 of her husbands. Every time on their wedding night, when they were supposed to consummate the marriage, by going into her, this demon would kill the husband. Okay? Now listen to this. And when they had supped, they brought Tobias in unto her. And as he went, he remembered the words of Raphael. Raphael is the angel. The whole time he was walking on the road, he thought it was just a regular person. It was really Raphael, disguising himself as just a regular Hebrew. And as he went, he remembered the words of Raphael and took the ashes of the perfumes and put the heart and the liver of the fish thereupon and made a smoke therewith, the which smell, when the evil spirit had smelled, he fled into the utmost parts of Egypt, and the angel bound him. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Did you hear that? What do you think that is? Huh? Tell me that ain't magic, y'all. Tell me that's not divination. I'm going to read it again. Verse 2. And as he went, he remembered the words of Raphael, who was an archangel, by the way, and took the ashes of the perfumes and put the heart and the liver of the fish thereupon and made a smoke therewith, the which smell, when the evil spirit had smelled, he fled into the utmost parts of Egypt, and the angel bound him. You see that? And he was actually able to go in and consummate his marriage. He was the first man to be able to actually see the marriage through with the consummation, because every single other attempt, the demon Asmodeus killed the suitor who was to marry Sarah. But when the righteous Tobias came, and he was accompanied by the angel who he didn't know at the time, told him, take the gall, take the liver of the fish. And when an evil spirit troubling somebody, make that smoke, and that smoke, that evil spirit does not like that smoke. And the scripture says he fled into Egypt and the angel bound him. Do you see that? So right now that angel is in a spiritual prison. He got bound in Egypt. Do y'all see that? Family, this stuff is so heavy. Can't make none of this up, man. Cannot make none of this up. I hope that somebody out there was edified by this. You know what? Let me come back up here and read you guys and gals comments. I hope that somebody was edified by this. And I also hope that anybody who was on this live stream or the playback has a better understanding about what we be talking about spiritual power, about ancient divination, magic, witchcraft. Casting lots is witchcraft, y'all. I'm not the one who decided this. We read it. But let me read these comments, and then I'm going to let you guys and gals go. Let me see. Let me see. Lisa Yazara says, I most definitely agree with that. Lisa Yazara says, my sister and her family is in one of the camps. They think I'm nuts. Hey, Lisa Yazara, I understand your pains, fam. And those camps is off the hooks. Earth Healing Angel says, at Lisa Yazara, hug. Lisa Yazara says, at Earth Healing Angel, thanks, sis. Earth Healing Angel says, Abiyah and I had a lovely conversation with our 60 years young big brother. Yesterday, he asked us how much percentage we believe in the Bible. I answered, I have no percentage because the oppressors tamper with the Torah Tanakh, even though he believes in Yehoshua, we reason together so respectfully and still have powerful talks on the laws. Okay, that's what's up. Earth Healing Angel says, disclaimer, our rebuttals should be respectful. Proverbs 15:1, a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. That's a good one right there. Earth Healing Angel says, only Yah's discernment and wisdom given to us would allow us to know which spiritual ritual is wrong or right. Facts. Earth Healing Angel says, a witch doctor is a healer, a medicine woman or man. Exactly. They don't want you taking herbs and roots medicine. They want you taking their medicine. Earth Healing Angel says, in that case, my profession as a holistic practitioner is defined as demonic when all I do is heal people in the name of Yah. See, that's what they're going to do. Anything that involves any kind of healing and it ain't going their route, they're going to label it demonic. Just like Joshua. Casting lots is witchcraft, y'all. According to Google and according to a lot of religious texts. It's forbidden to do. It's evil. Abiyah says the heathens want us to manifest what they want and not our true power and potential. Facts. Earth Healing Angel says at Abiyah 100. Earth Healing Angel says Joshua 18:10. Facts. We brought that out. And does anybody want to call Joshua wicked? Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before the Lord. And there Joshua divided the land into the children of Israel according to their divisions. That is divination, magic, and witchcraft, y'all. Abiyah says the binary code for the computer is also divination. I know y'all heard that sound confirmation. Earth Healing Angel says we as Yasharal need to individually ask ourselves why many of us are so internally angry. We need to heal our traumas, starting with clearing out the chakras, energy points. Oppression causes anger. You ain't lying. Oppression definitely causes anger. What's that? Ecclesiastes 7:7? Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. It definitely pisses me off. Earth Healing Aviar says, at Earth Healing Angel 100. Aviar says, family, please show your support for our brother by liking the video. Please also share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to be notified of upcoming videos. Earth Healing Angel says, Asmodeus, the demon who loves Sarah, is called a spirit spouse in modern world. In Islam, it's called a love angel. Y'all see that? Family, this stuff is real, y'all. This stuff is real. And in this world that we live in, the Most High has left us things there to fight back with, y'all. But we have to learn about these things, and we can't be afraid of it, y'all. And also, there's a time, Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Y'all, the veil is being pulled back. And we are seeing things and learning things and seeing things in a whole new way that we've never seen them before. What a time to be alive. One more time. When this video uploads, anybody who sees this video, whether it's on the live or the playback, I want you to go in the comment section and let us all know. Is there righteous magic in the Old Testament? Yes or no? Is there righteous magic in the Old Testament? Yes or no? But to answer that, you have to have watched this whole entire video. And look, not with what we already been taught, not with our preconceived notions, not with our emotions. After considering everything that we have just read, an honest answer from anybody who's willing to answer. In the comment section, not in the live chat. We want it in the comment section. That way it sticks forever. Is there righteous magic in the Old Testament? Yes or no? Once again, I ask Google, is casting lots witchcraft? Answer, casting lots, also known as sortition, can be considered a form of divination. And some religious texts view it as witchcraft. Do y'all hear that? Do you hear that? Joshua 18:10. Joshua casted lots. Is Joshua wicked? Is Joshua wicked? I want to know. I want to know. I got to know. Is Joshua wicked? Joshua 18:10, y'all. Joshua casted lots. Casting lots, also known as sortition, can be considered a form of divination, and some religious texts view it as witchcraft. Is Joshua wicked? Is Joshua a witch? Oh no, y'all call him a warlock, right? You see that? Somebody's going to see this live stream today, this evening, and it's going to keep you up all night because you know all the words you heard, you know that they're true. There's somebody out there, you've been loving this Apocrypha, but after I read what I read tonight out of there, now all of a sudden you don't believe in the Apocrypha no more. Well, you going to throw out the Old Testament too? Because Joshua was doing witchcraft. Joshua was doing divination. Joshua was doing magic. The Decretals, for instance, condemn casting lots for making decisions, while other interpretations suggest it's a way to make a decision when no other means are available. According to St. Thomas Aquinas, the Bible mentions both God-approved and negative uses of casting lots. But right up before it says, casting lots, also known as sortition, can be considered a form of divination, and some religious texts view it as witchcraft. Yeah. But what does it say? The Bible mentions both God-approved and negative uses of casting lots. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, there's somebody out there who didn't see it before. You see it now. Even though it's painful to you to know, because you know what I'm saying is true. We read it out of the scriptures. Out of Tobit and out of Joshua. Raphael told Tobit to take the gall, the liver, and the heart and to make a smoke when an evil spirit is troubling somebody. He did that thing and that evil spirit fled into Egypt and the angel bound him. You see that? Is Raphael evil? Evil? Is the archangel Raphael evil? Or is it maybe that you just didn't know that you got God-approved magic, and then you got the evil kind of magic? Hebrew, they lie to us about everything. And that's what makes the part of this game so scary for a lot of us. Because I know you see it, but you're like, well, I don't know how to navigate. Keep doing what you're doing, serving the Most High God and Him alone. You follow the Most High God and Him alone and keep His laws, the Most High God is going to lead you in the way. Yeah, He sure enough will. He ain't bring us all this way, and we ain't turning our back on the Most High God. If anything, we going closer to Him. Yah is good, says Shalom, family. I'll have to watch the playback. Shalom to you, Yah is good. Always good to see you up in here, fam. Hope you're having a great day. And yes, go back and watch the playback, fam. Look, for everybody who's in here on the live stream and people who watch on the playback, once you get to the end, go in the comment section, and I want a yes or a no. I don't want all this toe tap dancing and jiggling all around, giving explanations why this, why that. Nah. Yes or no. Is there righteous magic? Is there righteous magic in the Old Testament? Yes or no? I'm just asking the question. I want to know what the family thinks. I say yes, and I've stated biblical claims to prove why I say, and I went to Google as well. Google knows. Is God approved? Let me read it again. We're going to end it with this right here, y'all. And you can think about it all night, even if it takes all night. You wake up in the morning, you better come back to this video and drop your answer in the comment section. Joshua 18:10 says, Joshua casted lots in Shiloh before Yahweh. Look on Google. I asked Google, is casting lots witchcraft? Because most of y'all say it is. That's why you're terrified of it, right? Google's answer, casting lots, also known as sortition, can be considered a form of divination. Right there off the bat, Hebrews said divination. They take off running because, it's evil, magic, sorcery, witchcraft. Joshua was doing it. Is Joshua evil? Joshua did these things before Yahweh, in the face of Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh. Is Joshua wicked? And I asked Google, is casting lots witchcraft? Casting lots, also known as sortition, that scares Negroes, can be considered a form of divination. That definitely terrifies people. And some religious texts view it as witchcraft. Okay, all bets are off. Now, every nigga is getting out of here. Witchcraft, The Decretals, for instance, condemn casting lots for making decisions, while other interpretations suggest it's a way to make a decision when no other means are available. According to St. Thomas Aquinas, the Bible mentions both God approved and negative uses of casting lots. So basically, there's God approved magic and divination, and there's the negative uses of magic and divination. The dark arts, the light arts. I know you see it. I know you see it. But you're having that inner struggle right now because of the environment that we all been brought up in. I'm breaking out of this damn demonic place. And I'm trying to bring the brothers and sisters with me into the truth. This is true. Everything I said tonight is true. And there is no way to deny it. Earthly Angel says, thank you for your gift in this class. I appreciate you. May Yah continue to use you, watch over you, and barack you. Hugs. And all praises to the Most High God. I appreciate that, Earthly Angel. And I appreciate every last one of you in this live chat. I appreciate everybody on the playback. To the brothers and sisters who understand this, I appreciate that. And to the brothers and sisters who still don't get it, I appreciate that too. Because guess what? We all in this thing together, y'all. And we all trying to get the same goal. Get into the kingdom. That's what this whole thing is all about. We trying to get into the kingdom and get the reward of righteousness. We want to be righteous and we want to turn others to righteousness. Even though it seems like we being wicked, but we're not. Was Joshua wicked? You just heard what Google said. That's divination, that's sortition, and that's witchcraft. Joshua was doing that. Sound confirmation. Is Joshua wicked? Okay. So now, after you've heard all of the evidence brought forth, I want you to go to the comment section. Not down in the live chat. I want you to go to the comment section because I'm about to end this live. Go to the comment section and answer. Is there righteous magic in the Old Testament? Yes or no? Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Family, tomorrow we're going to be going live. The live is going to be relatively early tomorrow. We're not going to do it late in the evening because I got some things I got to do with my little folks tomorrow. Family time. But we're going to go live. It's not going to be early in the morning, but it will be early in the afternoon. We're going to go live tomorrow, y'all. So I'll try to at least give y'all a heads up, maybe like an hour or so before we actually kick it off. But right now, I'm thinking maybe like 3 o'clock. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like 3 o'clock we're going to go live. More than likely, yeah. But let's just plan on 3 o'clock East Coast time tomorrow. We'll come on here and we'll go live tomorrow. Until then, everybody stay prayed up. May the Most High God smile upon all of you, your families, your households. May He give everybody wisdom and knowledge, understanding, mercy. Blot out all of our transgressions. Give us all spiritual power and teach us how to use those spiritual powers for righteousness' sake. I pray that prayer for all of us, family. Until next time, Most High willing, tomorrow, Tavex Hebrews, purity and becoming one. I'm out. Avia says, hold on, maybe. Earth and the Angel says, we have to be open that not everyone is going to get this, no matter how much proof is presented, and some may get it later. Y'all doesn't open the eyes of everyone to everything. I'm okay with that. That is true. Some people are not going to get it. Abiyah says Shalom and welcome at Yah is good. Yeah. Some people are not going to get it. Some people, you know what? Some people are actually not going to get this until they see. They're going to have to see something. And they're going to see somebody do something one day. And it's going to be something that is totally unexplainable. And it's going to be somebody doing something in the name of the Most High God. And that's what's going to make them really say, hold up. I don't know, mate. Maybe I ought to reconsider. All we got to do is live long enough, y'all. You see, now the cat is out of the bag. There's somebody out there coming up right now. I don't know who it is. But maybe we do. All we got to do is live long enough. The Most High is bringing his spirit back into the earth. He's revealing secrets that have been hidden for centuries. And he's revealing himself to the children of Israel in a way that he never has before. And it's going to be pretty spectacular. One day you're going to look up and somebody's going to do something that is so miraculous. You ain't going to have no choice but to admit that it's magic and it's done in the name of the Most High. And whatever takes place, it's going to be something that nobody will forget if you're somebody who sees it. What a time to be alive is all I can say, fam. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. I'm out. Lisa Yasserall says, I'm willing to listen and learn. Hey, Lisa Yasserall, me and you both. All of us are learning. Abiyah says, Shalom. It's a learning, y'all. Look, I don't care how old I am when I leave this earth. Whatever, however old I am. Let's say I'm 140, 180, 200 something years old. I don't care. I'm going to be a 200-year-old student. As long as we on this earth, we should always be growing. You should always be going up, y'all. We got Joshua the Levite. Joshua the Levite says, Shalom at Mr. Real Talk. Shalom, brother Joshua the Levite. Always good to see you, fam. Always good to see all of y'all. Family, please, if y'all, anybody who's here who didn't catch the whole joint, when y'all get a chance, go back and check it out, y'all, and let me know. I want y'all to go to the comment section and put your answer there so we all can see it. And so that will encourage other people to check out the video too. Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one.